As someone whose life, marriage, and family existence across borders. I am South African. I am married to a Nigerian man. I am raising a child whose parent is South African and Nigerian. I have lived in South Africa, in the United States, and now, we live in the United Kingdom as an immigrant myself. So when conversations about migration, identity and xenophobia, belonging happen, they're not just stories on the news to me. They are deeply personal, And I, after watching the World Cup, the South African World Cup against Mexico past Thursday, in fact, I did a video about that. I was in the train from London and seeing so many Africans openly supporting Mexico instead of South Africa, I realized that maybe it's time we had an honest conversation. And I've seen videos, I've seen recordings of, fellow South Africans try to explain the situation. So I don't want to, I'm not a politician. I'm not a social media warrior, but as, ordinary people need to understand one another. Before I can continue, I want to be very clear. This video is not intended to attack South Africa. In fact, I love South Africa and South Africans. It is not intended to attack Nigerians or any other African nationality either. These are simple, personal. These are simply personal reflections based on my own life.